So suppose we have a data set something like this and we want to sort it. Okay, sort it in some order, um, in some, say, increasing order. So what actually we have to do, we have to create the maxi first and then we will proceed. So let's see how we can sort it using the heap tree. So first thing is that we have to consider what the situation with respect to the tree, the complete binary tree. So if the array contains something like this, then your corresponding complete binary tree will be something like 10, then this side will have 20, then this side will have 50, then we have 30 over here, then 40, then 60, then 35, right? And 35. So this is the complete binary tree, but it is not maxive. So what we have to do? We have to build a maxive first. And the process of building the maxive is called heapify. Okay. So through the process of heapify, we will create the maxive. It's not only create maxive, creating a min heap also is called a heapify. So the process of creating either maxive or min heap is called heapify. Now since we want to sort it in an increasing order, that is why we want to create a maxive. Now why creating maxive will ultimately help you to sort the data in increasing order, that you will realize very soon. So now question is that from where I will start? Should we start from here? I mean, I know that since it should be maxive, so I can check this 30, 20 and 40 first. I can arbitrarily, obviously I can find out that uh, the parent is lesser than its child, so naturally it's not a maxive. So I have, if I want to create the maxive for the subtree only, then one of these child has to take the place of this 20 and 20 should come over there in. And who will come? We have to check between 30 and 40. Whoever is greater should be on their root, on the parent, right? So at least in this particular part I can say that I should have a swap between 20 and 40. Then only I can say that this particular subtree is the maxive, part of the maxive. But 30 is present somewhere in the middle of the array. If you want to create a max heap or min heap, you should follow a proper procedure. And the procedure always starts from the last data that we have. So basically, we will start from here. Okay. So we will check this one and this one first. And their corresponding parent. So if we find, first what we have to do, we have to find out what is a maximum value between 60 and 35. That is this one and just previous one. Whoever is greater, we have to check with their corresponding parent. And how we can find out the corresponding parent? We have seen already in previous class slide that we have a relation something like this. That if the child is present at ith location, then the parent should be on their I by 2th location, the floor value of the I by 2th location. So automatically you can easily find out the corresponding parent of 35, that is 50. So if you check these two, if you find that, if you first find whoever is greater, you will find out 60. And then you should compare this one with their corresponding parent, and which is basically lesser than its child. So it is not reflecting a part of the maxive. So you should have a swap between 50 and 60, right? So that means what will happen after this particular after this particular checking, we'll have a swap between 60 and 35, 60 and 50, right? So ultimately your data will be something like 10, 20, this part will be 60, then 30, then 30, then 40 will be already there, and instead of 60, 50 will come, and 35. So now you see, if you just do a I minus minus, you will come here, and again you will find out the same parent, and you will see that basically this is lesser than its parent, so it is okay. So that means what happened? This part becomes 60 and this part becomes 50. Fine. Now what you have to do? We will again, I will do a minus minus. I will find out 40, and you see this 40 parent is basically 20, right? So so that means what we have to do? We have to find out between who is greater than among these 30 and 40, and we will see that 40 is greater than, and we will see that this parent of 40, that is 20, is lesser than its child. So that means definitely I'll have a swap between 20 and 40. So basically what will happen over here, the after swapping this 20 and 40, the situation of the array will become 10, 20, sorry, instead of 20 it will become 40, then 60, 30, then instead of 40 it will be 20, then 50, then 35. So this 20 is now changed to 40, and this 40 become 20. Fine. And then what we have to do? Now we have to check 60 that we just have over here and corresponding 40, who is greater than this 60 and 40? Obviously 60. And then we have to check their parent that is present in the first location, that is 10, and we will see again it is not following the rule of the proper max heap, so we need a swap between 10 and 60, right? So you see one thing, since after swapping the job doesn't end. Why? That I will see, I will tell you. After swapping this 60 and 10, what will happen? A scenario will be something like 60 here, and then 40 will remain in this place right now. Instead of 60, 10 will come, and then 30 will come, sorry, and then 20 will come, and then 50 and 35, right? So in this particular situation in the tree, this instead of 60, 10 will come, and here 60 will come. So you will say that okay, 60, that is maximum value of this array, has come in the root, so it become max heap. No, it is not a max heap. The reason is that as soon as you will swap with 10, now this particular part of the subtree will not remain a max heap. So you must ensure after swapping, if the child value contain, if the child is not a leaf node, then you should check the corresponding childs of the new value, whether that is following the rule of max heap or not. And in this situation we can see that 10 is not following rule of max heap, 10 and 50 and 35, because the child value is greater than its parent. So that means whoever is greater than among this child should be swapped with this value 10. And ultimately what we will see? We will see that 50 is greater than, so we'll have a swap between 50 and 10. So that means 60, then 40, then instead of 10, this 50 will be swapped, so 50 will come, and then 30 will here, then 20, then 10, and then 35, something like this. So it will become 50 here, and ultimately 10 will come here. And since 10 don't have any more child, I mean 10 is a leaf node, that's why there is nothing to check, right? So that means ultimately the newly created tree, complete binary tree, which is going to be the max heap, is actually something like uh, 60, in this side 40, in this side we have 50, in this side we have 30, in this side we have 20, and in this side we have 10, and in this side we have 35. So one thing, just I mean try to realize it very, realize it that I have checked this side only. Why I have not checked in the left side? The reason is that I have swapped 10 with 60, which was present here. If 60 were somewhere in this side, then I had to check this side. So it totally depends upon which side you are actually swapping. Okay. Now we can see that this is a max heap, and since this is a max heap, so we have got this maximum value in the first position of the array, right? So we can easily take this 60 out from this array. As soon as it will be out of this array, a situation will become the situation will be something like this, like an array. Just assume that you have taken out 60 from the first location, and other part remains same, 40, 50, 30, 20, 10 and 35. Now this situation cannot remain a proper max heap because root is absent. Now what you have to do? So that means this situation 60 has, we have taken out 60 from this particular max heap. So this part become blank, this part become blank. So what to do? We have to somehow, you know, fill this place with some one of these values, and which one will come in the scenario with respect to the definition of a complete binary tree. I mean, since ultimately we are working with a heap, and heap is a complete binary tree, that's why with respect to the definition of a complete binary tree, that you cannot take any one of the value from in this side, because the complete binary tree say that all the levels should be filled other than the last level, first point, and second point is that the leftmost child should be filled first and then the rightmost child. So you cannot arbitrarily take 10 without taking 35, even same for 30 and 20. So that means what will happen? This 35 will actually go and take its place. I'm sorry, will take its place. So that means what will happen? A scenario will be the newly created complete binary tree will be something like 35, this side 40, this side 50, this side 30, then 20, then 10. This is a complete binary tree, but it is not a remain max heap. So that means a situation becomes something like we have uh, we have taken out the first element value and we have shifted each and every value in this direction, right? Because ultimately if we consider the binary tree, the binary tree, complete binary tree like this, then the corresponding with respect to the array, it will become something like 35, 40, 30, 50, then 30, then 20, then 15, sorry 10. So everything has been shifted once. But as soon as it is shifted, this particular part remain open, free, free. Now what you can do, the value that you have just taken out, that was the maximum value that you have got from the first set of iteration, you can put this 60 over here. But it is not part of the remain complete binary tree. Forget about this part. Complete binary tree is up to only this part. Now, as soon as 35 came here, this particular complete binary tree is no more remain a max heap. So that means we have to heapify again and we have to build a max heap again. So from now, question is that from where I will start? Yes, we will start from the last value again, as we have seen over here. So we will start from here and we will check the corresponding its child. Its corresponding child is basically, its corresponding parent. Its corresponding parent is 50. And you can see this is following the rule of a max heap. So there is no issue. I don't need to change anything over here. So I minus minus. That means next time I will come here. Then 20 should be checked with this corresponding parent, that is 40. But 20 has a left child also. Now among 20 and other child, because 20 is the right child, among these two child, whoever is greater should be checked with its parent, and we can see that 30 is greater than 20, so 30 should be checked with its parent 40, and we can see that the parent is greater than the maximum value between these two leaf node. So since it is maximum, actually greater than, that means this subtree is again following the rule of max heap. Still now it is okay. We will continue decreasing the pointer again and we will come to 50. And then 50 and its corresponding sibling, that is 40, among these two, whoever is greater should be checked with the corresponding parent, and here we can see the parent is root. So this checking will continue till we stand at the 0th position of the array. You see, in the whole searching technique, we are trying to realize this with respect to a tree, but interestingly here we are not creating a dynamic memory allocation, rather we are trying to apply the implementation process with respect to an array, and this is very interesting point, right? So you see, now among these 40 and 50, 50 is greater than, so naturally 50 will be checked with this corresponding parent, and we will find that 50 is greater than 35, which is not expected. So that means what will happen? We will have a swap between 50 and 35. So that mean what will happen over here? So let's continue over here. That mean we will have a situation something like 50 will come here, 40 will come here, automatically is there is no change, and instead of 50, 35 will come, and 10 is here. Now since you have actually swapped between these two sides, and after swapping where 35 came is not a leaf node, that is why 35 should be again checked with its childs, and we can see there is only one child, so 35 will be checked with 10, and we will see that 35 is already greater than 10, so it is a part of the max heap, so there is no issue. And you can see that this particular complete binary tree is also representing a max heap again. So that means with respect to the array, the situation is something like 50, then 40, then 35, then 30, then 20, then 10. Now, in the same way, what we will do next? We will take out this root from the tree and this part will remain blank. So I will take out this 50 from the tree, and ultimately what will happen? Whoever will come in this place, obviously this 10, because with respect to this array, 10 is the last value, so 10 will come in the place of 50. So that means in the new array situation will be something like, here 10 will come, so 10 will come, 50 will vanish, 10 will no more here. That means 10, the root, then 40, then 35, then 30, then 20. But other two part is blank because we have a shifted. Just like we have seen that we are shifting in the left side, we will shift in the left side and then the two part remain blank, where last part already contains 60 and the second last part will now contain that just what we have extracted from the root, that is 50. And now the newly created array will look something like, with respect to the tree, if you consider, will be something like, let's take another color so that you can understand. So it will be 10, in this side we will have 40, and in this side we will have 35, then 30, then 20. That's all, right? And you see, again with respect to some searching technique, we will see that 10 is not following this, it is not okay. So what we will do, we will start from 20, right? Because this is the last one. So we will start from here, we will see that this part remain okay. So among these two, now 40 is greater, so 40 should be now checked with 10, and we will find that 10 is lesser than 40, so we will have a swap between 10 and 40, right? So basically 40 will come here and 10 will come here. As soon as 10 will come in this side, and 10 is not a leaf node, so 10 should be checked with its corresponding childs, and we will check with the maximum child, child with the maximum value, which is 30, and again we will have a swap between 30 and 10. So this swapping, I hope you can easily realize what actually I am doing. So basically this, instead of 10, ultimately we will contain 30 here and 10 will come here, right? So that means the situation of the newly created tree looks something like 40, then here this will be 30, then it will become 35, then it is 10, 20, and obviously there is other two data present, so I'm not interested right now for here. But what we will do, we will take out this 40 from the root, right? As soon as we will take 40 from the root, this part will remain blank. So what will happen? And all this part will be shifted left once. So that means the new situation of the tree looks something like 30, 35. I'm sorry. It will not be 30. Why it will be 30? Because the less, the rightmost value will occupy the place, right? So which one rightmost? Obviously this one, right? This is the rightmost. So 20 will come here. Then 20 will take its place, then 20 left remain 30, and right side is 35, and then 30 left is 10. So only these 4 left, and other 3 data, that 60 already we had, 50 we had, and now this 40 has joined here. So that means the new situation of the tree will become something like 20 in this side, then in the left of 20 is 30, the right of 20 is 35, then left of 30 is basically 10, right? So this is the tree that is left. that is left unsorted and it is not even max heap. So we have to create it. We have to heapify it through we have to create the max heap with respect to the heapify process. So we will obviously we will start from the last one, that is 10. We will check 10 with 30, which is correct, which is true. It's fine. And then 20 should be checked with this true value, that is 35 is greater than 30, so checked with this one, and what I will find out, this 20 will be replaced by 35 and 20 will come here, and now you see 20 is already the leaf node, so there is no other checking required. So ultimately what will happen, the status of the the rest of the part of the array will become 35, then 30, then 20, and then 10, and the rest of the part is there in the array, that where I am not interested right now. But what I will do, I will take out this 35 as we have seen, and you see this part will remain blank. So basically what will happen, this 30 and who will come in the place of here, obviously this 10 will come. So a situation will become 10, then 30, then 20, and other part of the data will contain the other 4 values, that is the last 3 values 40, 50, 60. Before 40 this 35 will join, and in this way if you continue more steps you will see ultimately you will find out the data that is sorted in the increasing order. So basically now I hope you can realize it, that why I said that if I want to do a increasing order sorting, we need a max heap. Now you can consider opposite way also, like I want to maybe I want to, in some situation you want to sort a data set in decreasing order. So if you want to do it decreasing order, and if you want to follow a similar approach, one thing is clear, that the top of the tree, that is the root of the root of the heap, should be the minimum value, so that you can take the minimum value from the root and you just put the last maximum value in the leaf node in the last level. You just put that value over there, and you can again do creating a mean heap. Now you see, since we are considering to put minimum value on the root of the tree over there, in that case, that means if I want to do a decreasing order sorting, we have to create a mean heap, and that is the only difference. So it's totally, the algorithm is same and everything is same. The difference is with respect to only a sign. If we consider increasing order, we have to go for max heap, and if I want to go for decreasing order, that will go for mean heap. So this is the only difference. Okay, so this is all about what we can say a heap sort. So we can stop the heap sort over here, and at the end, one thing we can say, that this heap sort actually mainly used for what we call priority queue. Since you have already idea about the priority queue, I'm not going in detail of priority queue, but one thing we know that about priority queue is that priority queue is a special type of queue where data is inserted or deleted based on the priorities. And how we can put this priority? We can put this priority with respect to this heap tree. For example, a max heap or mean heap. If I consider that maximum value represent maximum priority, that means for creating such priority queue, we have to basically use of a max heap. And suppose that maximum priority data, maximum priority job is done, so what will happen? The priority value should be deleted from the max heap. That means the root value will be deleted. As soon as root value will be deleted, the next priority value should come in the root, but it is not possible to place them directly. Rather, what we can do, we can do this approach that we have seen in the heap sort, and that is actually happened in the case of designing a priority queue. So here we can stop the class of heap sort.